wind screams across the barren tundra. As the heavens rage and twist, threatening death at every moment. To make an impact on the crowd and going unrewarded for all their... What will come of their injuries? What's more, should they survive all of that?
What will they do with the roar? Find out.
Hello and welcome once again to the FwdCompatible podcast. This is episode 82, part 1 for September 1st, 2013. My name's Tony and I'm joined as always by my fellow podcasters Jason, Mark, and Masis. I'm gonna need that.
Nice, I'm a fellow podcaster now.
Yeah, I cleaned it up because as soon as we switched to video, I like pointing everybody out even though Jason does that fancy
banner.
Why do you give him so much crap for that? It's fairly easy to follow. It's like, my name is here.
Well, the one day we did a line change and he didn't switch it.
That also happened to fall on one of the days when the video decided it wanted to take 8 hours to compress.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he would have put the extra 2 hours of work in.
It's like it's like literally
It's laziness, if you ask
30
me.
seconds. Realistically, it's like 30 seconds to make
30
that little
seconds, he
banner.
couldn't give it the podcast. What was going on that was so
Well,
important?
anyways, how...
Don't even start your shit, okay? Because Tony
Oh, I got him on
Tony
rant.
contributed, okay, to the video.
Which one?
Andy contributed to the video.
He's talking about the review. He hasn't explained
What did you
the
do?
review. No one asked. No one asked. I sat on my ass at
Right.
home and I
That's
enjoyed
right.
myself.
That's right. Right here. For the working man.
Nobody asked.
So how's everybody's week been going?
Nobody asked.
Because nobody likes you.
Week has been hectic. I just moved back to Chicago, or sort of moved back, here for a few months.
A long visit.
Yeah, no, I moved back. The way I said, I've been on vacation for 4 months, now I'm back home.
Excellent, excellent.
And I've been trying to hook up my computer that got sort of damaged,
In trouble.
and it's been taking the last 8 hours to do.
Sounds like a barrel of laughs.
Yeah.
So you're gonna what? You're getting this one running now? Maybe.
How's your week, Mark?
It was good. I enjoyed work, other than Saturday. I don't know. Saturday work sucks. I don't know. I was tired.
So at Apt, how many people come in, look for, just get the advice, and then leave without buying anything, and then go buy it from everywhere else?
Nearly none. It's
Wow.
absolutely shocking.
Okay. That's a
So
reputation,
the
yes.
all-time high of customer purchase is $51 million. That
An individual person.
individual person, yes.
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. It was a guy returning his $3 million worth of stuff. So literally, it's shocking how many people come to us no matter what.
Wow.
It's
You guys are building that brand loyalty.
number one in Chicagoland as of last year. Good
It
sir.
is the best customer service.
Yes.
It is.
And best place to work.
Well, it was
You know what?
until Mark has. I cannot speak for Mark.
Since I've been
You
there.
know what? I had a great customer service experience as well recently. I checked out this burger chain that I don't know if it's I don't know if it's nationwide or not. It's called Culver's.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's everywhere or
Yeah,
not.
it's in Milwaukee. It's
in
Wisconsin.
Milwaukee.
Well, it's over here in Chicago
First in
now.
Wisconsin.
So I went to it, and I've been to many a burger joints in my day, and I've never seen
really?
something that was so like it made you. They treat you so well there. You
Yeah,
just
they
walk
do.
in and you feel like you're at this
Yeah, like they hold the door
fancy,
open for you too,
yeah,
right?
like this
Yeah.
fancy steak dinner. Everybody's like really well educated behind the cash wrap, and they speak proper English. It's like
It's amazing, right?
it's just very
shocking.
unexpected.
Yeah.
You know, everything's here. You go, sir. Thank you very much. It's. I had a great experience. The food isn't that good, but still.
Did you get the
Yeah.
cheese tots?
Yeah, those aren't good. They
Really?
taste like burned little mozzarella balls.
You must have
Mozzarella
some bad
sticks.
ones. They're usually delicious.
Yeah.
You should go back there and ask for your money back and throw up on them. Let's do that.
How about yourself, good sir? How's your week been?
Meh.
Meh?
Man. It's another one of them.
There's the leg here, and I put my leg between its leg.
Great. So Mas is gonna rip down the whole fucking table.
This is uncomfortable.
Two nail.
Yeah. Just hectic, you know, a bunch of drama. The one thing that I do want to take a quick second.
These nice chairs.
My cousin, he and his girlfriend welcomed their firstborn Saturday night.
Ow!
So, yeah,
And these nice chairs.
Is
They're
it
new.
a boy or girl?
They're new.
Boy?
he's a junior. These came from them.
Is that where we scored these?
Oh,
Yeah, we got
now
some.
you get the
We got some
applause.
fancy new reclining chairs in.
Yeah, not really reclining.
Well, they flex.
They
They're
flex.
flexible.
Do
Well-
some sit-ups while we're here.
I suppose
Feels
we.
like my ass is on a cloud. Just saying.
Isn't that the CERTA guarantee? Feel like you're on a cloud.
feel like your ass is on a cloud. Sir.
Pretty sure it's something with a cloud on there. So
All right. I suppose we kick off the weekly. Or Jesus Christ, I
start
screwed it up.
over.
I suppose we could kick off the show with our weekly roundtable and catch everybody up on what we've been playing since the last time we all spoke.
I jumped into the Ratchet and Clank Future
You
trilogy.
finally started it.
Yeah, I did.
Good for you.
Tools of Destruction.
How you liking it?
So far, so good. I think I'm only on level 3 currently, so I've gotten like next nowhere thanks to
That-
full-time jobness.
I'm not gonna ruin anything. That is my second favorite Ratchet and Clank ever made.
Okay.
Right behind Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal.
3 is still by far
They
my
went.
favorite.
They went back. Your 3 will be your favorite. It's the best one.
No.
I'm just telling you. But,
All right.
but they went back to back with amazing games.
All right,
so.
all right. Did that, and then I did Saints Row 4 because it's awesome to come home and play that after work. It's fantastic, just so silly.
Excellent.
I was playing some Wii U this last week, but although I packed everything up while I moved up here, but I was just going back and playing some new Super Mario Brothers U for some random reason. Haven't really played much though, but I did buy a PS3.
You rebought.
Rebought a PS3, yes. It's my second one. And I have Uncharted that I'm going to play.
Tony
probably
edition.
tomorrow.
The Tony edition.
The Tony edition.
Is this the same one that Jason has played?
It is.
Did you play this
And
one?
it's the
No,
same
I
one.
got mine
I
a long
am.
time
I am
ago.
2 trophies away from platining that game. I'm actually replaying it right now,
Yeah, I
which
got
was why it was
platinum.
really strange that you texted and asked for it.
I
Because
knew
I'm,
you were
I'm
playing.
trying to get those last 2 trophies, so I
this-
get the platinum and be done with that game.
FwdCompatible edition. Of
That is the
Uncharted.
FwdCompatible edition of
Definitely.
Uncharted. Yes.
Gotta ask, did you end up picking up Pikmin 3?
No, I didn't.
Planning on it or not really? No? Okay.
And did you grab the Luigi DLC
Luigi. Oh,
for
that one.
For New Super Mario Brothers, I have not.
Because that's the one I was actually really curious about. Because I heard the levels got a lot harder and a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
And
Oh, the levels are hard. You start. The timer starts at 1 minute or 100 seconds. You know when it starts going like.
yeah.
That's the whole.
So you
whole game.
lost 100 clicks already.
Yeah. Well, I think some levels it's 200 or 300 clicks.
Isn't it usually 4 cuts you off, right?
Yeah. Well, it starts off, but the levels are shorter. They're
Okay.
much shorter, but they're harder.
And there's a
So,
big time crunch.
Yeah.
So there's no time to sit there and wait and measure everything out. You kind of
Yeah.
gotta jump.
It's
you
like
gotta go.
classic Mario, where the classic Mario that the way people play, they never let go of the forward button and they just jump. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
It looks okay. I will probably pick it up. I've been waiting for the retail version because
Just have everything packed in at once.
I want the green cartridge, the box.
The green box is worth it.
It is. It
It really is.
is.
I loved games on the N64 and they came in the different colors. And I was like, this is absolutely amazing.
I know. Yeah.
How about yourself, good sir?
Angry Birds.
I'm so sorry for you, sir. That bad of a week, huh?
Plants vs. Zombies 2.
Alright, you're good.
Finally got to the Wild West.
25 million downloads this
Yeah.
week. They had another 13 million from last week.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Really?
Yeah, 20,
pretty
they're over
nuts.
25 now.
That's pretty nuts.
Can't wait for it to come on Android.
unfortunately, like I said, I've kind of had one of them crazy weeks where I really haven't had a chance to sit down and play anything.
I mean, because you play Alan Wake all the time.
Explain. Explain
Oh,
why
I
you
mean,
keep saying that.
Well, he's a security guard and downtown, so he walks around with a flashlight all night
He's playing Alan Wake, but for real.
with his nice.
And then I talked to my buddy Alan, and
Was he awake?
No, he lives down in Florida, and he's a cab driver. So
Yeah.
I talked to him, and he's like, "So did Pyramid Head jump out at you yet?" Shut the fuck up, man! I'm in this building by myself.
It's just creepy enough.
Yeah.
So eventually, when your buddy Alan dies, are you gonna go to Alan's wake?
It's a twofer. It's a twofer.
Now we have to go downtown and we have to sneak into his building and start throwing
Start
stuff out of
messing
the
with
hall.
it. Yeah, just like throw an aluminum can or something,
after
and then
he
just
passes
duck and
by,
hide
just-
again.
You have to get into the building.
We're pretty.
Well, that's the
sneaky.
easy part.
That's all right. I could get in. I know the security guard. As for myself, like
I wasn't done.
Oh, by all means, continue, good sir.
Plants vs Zombies 2's go. Go ahead.
All right, rock on. As I had mentioned earlier, I've been replaying Uncharted Drake's Fortune. I'm actually trying to time myself. I'm playing it on hard right now, and I'm like almost 50% of the way through the game at like 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think I could get that game down to like 4.5 hours. That's on hard.
Is this including cutscenes or is this?
No, I'm skipping them.
Okay, all right.
It's a speed run.
Yeah, I'm trying to get an idea of what I can do it at, and this is on hard. So if I dropped it down to normal,
Right.
I'm trying to see if I could get this like somewhere where it'd be
One less bullet, a guy.
streamable and not super boring.
Okay. Not being an Uncharted fan, what is the difficult jump from? Is it just medium and hard or?
Normal's.
There's easy,
Really?
normal, hard, and a mode called crushing that you do not unlock until you beat it on hard.
Okay, from normal to hard, is it like, are you gonna die like every 5 minutes on hard?
Yeah.
No.
The game's very similar. They just become more accurate, the AI,
Okay.
and you die with a lot less gunfire.
Okay. All right. So. All right.
Bastards with the shields.
So,
All right. It's not like
Shield
more
guys suck. You
enemies
just need,
or
No.
just need
less
grenades.
drops.
no.
I
nothing
got
like
frags. I got frags.
that. Yeah, it's cool. It's a good game. I think you'll enjoy it. You got to keep in mind that's an old one now.
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
That's okay.
It was like virtually a little after launch. I think it was 2007. So yeah. I'm 2 trophies away, I think, from my platinum.
What do you need?
I'm
Crushing
sure-
or what?
The platinum.
Oh, okay.
So
The platinum doesn't. So
I
it's
don't
one.
really
It's
count
one.
that as a
It's
trophy
one
at the
trophy.
time. Yeah.
With the second one unlocked. I finally beat Uncharted Golden Abyss on crushing, and I'm missing I think 2 or 3 trophies on that
Oh,
one as
boy.
well. But those are easy cleanups. They're like
Kill some people.
no, it's like soften a guy up with bullets
I hate
and
that
kill him
one.
in one
Hit it in
punch.
all of them,
But you
yeah.
have to do it to 5 consecutive guys. So if you screw one up, you have to restart. It's like, and there's like one other one like that too.
Just do an easy one shot.
I'm planning on
Just-
knocking those out this week. That's like my goal. I went
Needs
a
to be
little
done.
Uncharted nuts.
Just gonna run outside naked.
I've
Drake
owned.
tattooed in your chest.
I've also owned Gravity Rush since they gave it to me on PlayStation Plus, which was months ago. Probably like a year at this point.
Yeah, I came with that
And
bundle.
I haven't
For a long time.
I haven't played it. I really didn't have interest in the game, and I finally popped it in. It's pretty much what I expected, but it's actually a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. The anti-gravity is kind of cool. It's like you're playing in one of those, what's the guy's name? Escher? One of those weird portraits that have the staircases that like go into
Oh.
themselves and defy gravity.
Yeah, something like that.
Don't remember the guy's name, do we? I think it's Escher or something. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Escher.
Like the dude with the melting clocks stuff.
No,
and then the
that's-
staircase maze, and I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know who does it, but yeah, I know what you're
But I only played it for a couple hours. It's not a game that I'm going to get addicted to at all. Like, I might just get through it for the story, but it's also really hard to apply yourself because everything's in Japanese, and then you
How
have
dare
to
they.
you have to read the subtitles in English, which isn't so bad, but you almost want to turn the volume down to avoid because you're trying to read. You don't want to hear anything going on in Japanese, but then you lose the music, and it's like this fight against yourself for like,
You're right,
Do
it
you
was
want to hear
Escher.
it or no? Escher, right?
Yeah, it was Escher.
Look at me.
Escherian stairwell.
I'm artsy. I could do art things. And aside from that,
Got my art moves.
I also played a little bit more Ratchet and Clank 2 HD.
I've got a little bit of a Wi-Fi issue, so I'll be right back in just a minute. I gotta go address that. You guys keep going.
We're still good,
yeah,
right?
no, we're still good. It's with my Wi-Fi network, so I'm gonna take a look at it for my
Rock on.
Take out that Wi-Fi network.
Yeah.
Elbow drop it.
Merc.
I'm gonna connect to it right now, just to make it worse.
Give it the people's elbow.
Unbelievable.
All right. I think it's time for Dirty.
Dirty, sexy, news.
News!
News! Oh, you don't even
Uh,
have, how are you gonna David Letterman your phone?
Ah! You have to rip off a page every single episode. I'm going paper free this week.
Mark's going green.
Going green. After the new company, we're all green there.
Just
So
keep using the same paper. Just have a spot for it here.
it's just like black by the end from all the floor buildup.
Something for you to David Letterman.
Doing regularly. Anyway, so Rainbow Six Vegas and Magic: The Gathering 13 are your new Xbox Live games for gold.
So that means October is going to be Madden 06. And
I read that as Magic: The Gathering 13. There was 12 of them
No,
before.
2000.
No, yeah. 14 is coming out though, or out. I don't even remember at this point.
Wow. Okay.
this Games for Gold program is atrocious.
So far, yes.
PlayStation,
Bad.
I'm giving them time because PlayStation Plus sucked when it first came out too. But
Give it the
Microsoft
times. Rainbow Six
has
Vegas 2 maybe. I think that was
even
still
that's like a
0
4-year-old
yeah.
game.
It was like 09 for the one.
Microsoft's probably just waiting. Look, if you don't have Xbox Live right now, you're probably not going to buy it in the next 2 months.
So you're thinking they're gonna wait for
This is watered down stuff. Because,
By far.
Assassin's Creed 2?
They're-
That one
they're
defense grid game they give away?
They're holding
Like,
back.
I'd say even Assassin's Creed 2 is better
I hope
than
so.
Vegas
I hope
1
so
at
because
point.
this is a poor. I'd rather them not
Start.
give stuff away. Like if it's going to be like this.
The only negative I think it is there's a lot of people I think that are going to convert this generation. They're going to jump from Microsoft to Sony, and I think this lack of dedication to Xbox Live, sort of we got this new program, but it sucks compared to our competitor. Yeah, I think it might cause people. It might be encouraging them to lean over.
I think you're right on. I think an awful lot of people are. I think the numbers will still be similar. I just don't think it's going to be as neck and neck as it's been the last 4 years, where it's like 70 million, 71 million, 72, 70, and they're like staying like this. And now they're both shy of 80 million. But I think the PS4 is going to have a significant advantage.
I think it's gonna be 170. That's what I think. 170.
Yeah, that's probably a fair assumption.
It'll
I don't
be
think
higher.
Microsoft's gonna have problems selling these things. I just don't think it's gonna stay neck and neck with the.
Stay as consistent as
I
PlayStation.
think the PS4 is gonna smoke the Xbox One out of the gate.
I do too.
I think
it's going to be a large gap.
I think Microsoft will get legs later in life because the
Yeah.
titles that people want, even though, a lot of people may not consider them system sellers, they are. Like when Halo finally does launch, when Gears of War finally
It'll
does
move,
launch,
yeah.
people may start off with the PS4, and then when those release winter of next year, they'll have the other $400 or $500 to throw toward an Xbox One. So
Yeah.
I think one thing that'll handicap Sony a little bit, or if you want to, it's like the 360 and PS3 are like 71 right now, like basically. The
Yeah,
same.
they're like,
PS3 is a little
yeah.
bit ahead,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
barely. I think that gap will actually widen significantly. I think in 2 years, I think the PS3 will outsell the 360 by like 5, 6, 7 million, because PS3 is going to keep supporting its console.
Microsoft's pretty much dropping support.
After-
we got a trivia question.
6 months.
How many exclusive Xbox 360 titles are there coming out this holiday season?
0.
3.
0.
Well,
None.
no. There's, okay, they're not exclusives because they're also on PC.
Yeah. Well, what
There's what the hell is it called? Warface. There's the other one that sounds just like it, which is a separate game, Warframe, maybe.
Warframe is a free-to-play
Are these
that's
in-
been out for
They're both free-to-play.
a year or so.
Are
Okay,
these
but it's
indie
not on
games?
PS3. It's only on Xbox 360, and it's not coming to Xbox One.
Are
It's
they
a
indie?
360. Huh?
Are they
Warframe's
indie?
actually pretty
No,
popular.
no, they're online only
Warframe may
shooters.
have been 6 months it's been out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's one more, and I can't think what it's called, but it's the
It's
same
getting a
situation.
port.
It's the same situation. They're on, but they're not on PS3,
This is true, yeah, I know.
and they're not coming to the next gen either. They're not coming to PS4 or Xbox One. The 360 out of the 4 consoles is the only one that's getting these games. So that's why I don't know what
Yeah. Well,
if you're counting a true new, no. Xbox getting
We
0.
wrote an article on an Gen game. We were calculating all the individual consoles, how many are zero.
Zero.
Nothing.
I
And
don't-
PS3 has look at all the good.
I
games they got.
called this that the Xbox was just for like 6 or 8 months while there's a transition, and they're just going to drop the 360 like a bad habit.
So I think there's going to be a lot of people in 2014 who see, because there's probably going to be bundles too by then. I think they'll see a $199 bundle with 2 games or something for the PS3, and they'll be like, hey, I never had a PS3. I was people who have been 360 fans for the last 5 years or 6 years. They're like, I missed out on all these games, so I'll pick up a PS3 now for
A couple $100, yeah.
And play
That's
it.
almost impulse buy territory at $200. Like,
Yeah.
that's almost like you work a day of overtime, you have a bigger check. You're like, yeah, why not?
One of my main reasons for actually switching over, like turning my Xbox towards my PS3, was literally I wanted to play Last of Us. Xbox had nothing the rest of the year that I
Right.
couldn't get on the other console. So
The only reason I bought the PS3 is my most anticipated game this year, not Nintendo related, is a PS3 game. It's Beyond Two Souls.
yes.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to say Last of Us. I thought that whole build-up was for...
Oh, no. I loved Heavy Rain.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
That
It's
was
a great game.
And I don't know, everything that Quantum Dream makes, like they've done a lot of demos the last few years, but they did that one Kara, you did it with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind the fact that my girlfriend's name is Kara. But although based on that game, if you haven't watched that, you should watch that demo. The demo.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then they had the Dark Sorcerer at E3. You know
Dark
that
Sorcerer
one?
Yeah, that
was
old
awesome.
dude with the... Yeah.
There was like the 2-minute version that they showed, but then there was like the 11-minute version. I don't know if you watched the long
I
version.
did not.
Where
I did
he-
not.
I
I
watched
just
the
saw
long
E3.
version as well.
The thing is hilarious.
It's
And
great.
It's amazing.
It's really funny, actually.
Yeah, I don't even know if that'll be a game, but
I think it was just to show off what they're capable
No,
of.
there's actually a game listed on like IGN's games are coming out for PS4 called The Dark Sorcerer.
Well, if it is, I'm of the belief right now that anything that they make, I will get, and I want. So
I have many studios like that, so I know exactly what you're saying.
So like Heavy Rain, minus the controls were not the best, but
Which
They were
fixing for
atrocious.
this one.
They were atrocious,
Yeah.
but that was about gameplay.
Yeah.
You remember those weird things where it's like, hold R2, but rotate
Yeah.
L1 while
Well-
touching L1 and like, but holding square and tapping X
It was
to like get through the barbed wire.
Yeah.
it was just clunky to walk. Like
Yeah, a little bit. Because then you had to like hold L2 you had to walk or something like that? I forget what it was, the official walk one, but you had to hold down a button to walk.
It was almost like classic Resident Evil controls, but like worse, I thought.
But more broken.
I actually liked classic Resident Evil a little bit, but like the tank controls, but
the tank controls.
I don't know.
Those had the old Dino Crisis schemes too, right? Where you had to hold up on the D-pad to walk straight, which like totally throws me off. But there's many elements to games. You can suffer in one like gameplay if the story and the visuals make up for it.
Spec Ops: The Line had terrible cover system. Story was amazing.
But they were it was a really good shooter. The cover system was broken.
Yeah,
but,
I know, that was.
But for a
the big part, 'cause you
third-person
died
shooter, that
immediately.
thing almost felt like Gears of War.
Yeah.
Which is impressive for a third-person shooter, for something to feel that good.
Yeah.
I wish Uncharted felt better like Gears.
Gears, yeah.
Like,
Gears
if it was
has
that clean, that
fantastic feel to
Gears
it.
of War has the best third-person shooter mode, I think.
I agree.
So.
So far that I've played at least. So. Anyway, more news.
More news.
The Xbox One voice commands are only available in 10 out of the 13 regions at launch, while only 5 of them are supporting the Xbox On command.
Well, wait. So the other 5, they're supporting it, but not Xbox On.
You have to manually turn it on because of the different
Why?
languages. It's going to come in a firmware update.
Yeah.
Is Xbox called something else in different languages?
You wouldn't think so, really.
Is On that hard to?
Apparently,
Apparently,
it's a very
it's still gonna be
difficult word
Xbox.
to.
On.
I would understand if they're like, okay, we don't have full voice command functionality.
Yeah,
but
which I can understand, I
You can turn it
suppose.
on and off with your voice. That would make sense. But
It seems a little backwards. I agree, but it's supposed to come really soon. I think they're just.
And out of the 10 regions, it's only 8 different languages.
well, Canada
and the
US,
five that's
Mexico.
the 5 that's launching, 4 of them speak English.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I
The
was
5
gonna say.
that it's ready for, it's like
Yeah.
UK, Australia, Canada.
France and
America.
Germany.
Okay. So really, the only countries that Microsoft cares about.
Essentially, yeah. Like I said, like Mexico, like even like they didn't even get all of North America. Mexico isn't even ready yet. So
Well,
It's a sad state of affairs, but I don't care because here in America, it's gonna work day one.
also, more news, Tony. Xbox has no plans to ever release the Xbox
Yeah,
One.
but I remember not 1 month ago
It's all right.
that
It's all right.
that a certain company came out and said that there's no way they're gonna drop the price of their hardware, and yet 3 weeks later they did. So never say never. Never say
Here's the thing
never.
about that, though. By the way, I'm back. Doesn't matter because you already got a day one, so you're stuck with it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're right.
I think it's too essential to the console. Like it would be almost like Nintendo releasing a Wii U, but thinking
Without the gamepad.
It's not working,
Tablet.
so let's drop it and drop $100 off the console.
That's what we were wanting.
Yeah, we're all kind of secretly hoping.
Although
We're
Or
kind
the
of secretly
3DS.
hoping they do
with
that.
the 3DS,
I was about to say with the 3DS.
We'll talk about
drop
that
it-
later.
Yeah, we'll get to it later. We'll get to it later.
All right, more news.
More news.
The EA
Horse!
The EA Humble Bundle ended this week, collecting $10.5 million for charity and Humble themselves.
I still can't get half those games to work right on Origin.
Seriously?
They all work on Steam. It's an EA game provided
Did
through
you try to
Origin
redeem
on
it
Steam.
twice?
Steam works great.
Did you try to redeem it on both? Because I haven't
No,
done
I
it
got
yet.
fed up. I'm like, screw this. This is why I don't use Origin, because it's broken and doesn't work.
And Mark gives people bad codes.
I told you that one was not for Steam. I told you had to go to sims.com
Okay,
something.
none of them, none of the codes that you gave me are for Steam. All of them, you have to go to sims.com.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I even said that.
And that's why I said sims.com is a 25-digit code.
Mm-hmm.
That last code's only 20-digit.
wait, you have to enter 25 digits?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought this was gone away with like after like
Well, that's all
NES
Humble-
password system.
Humble Bundle works that way, where they give you the code, you have to go put it in
It's
somewhere.
basically the CD key.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, take that, Mark.
Yeah.
J,
How are you liking your
lowercase
Sims? And why didn't you play it
W.
this week?
I booted it up for like 30 seconds just to see how it ran, and it runs fine. I mean, it did take a little bit to
Sims
install.
4 is actually going to run better than Sims 3, which is funny.
But yeah, I mean, I booted it up. I really didn't do anything worth mentioning in the game.
Nothing
Other than-
Simsy.
No.
So you have a house of me, Tony.
I don't
and
even
you.
have a house yet. I was being a smartass because my cousin was here,
Yeah.
and so I was making him, and he looked horrible. He looked Asian, and he's not. So
There you go.
then it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Very nice. I know on top of this, EA this week also said Battlefield will not probably be getting annual releases. Which,
It's never been
Yeah.
annual though. It hasn't
no, it hasn't been.
But-
This is
biannual.
this is the most rapid they've come out ever. Is the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Before that, there was like 3-4 year gaps.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll continue with like a substitute game in that off year?
That's exactly what they're
That's
gonna do,
we were
'cause
talking
they
about.
s-
What we're really hoping was
Battlefield
Company.
Bad Company 3.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
they
that would be a
have
Battlefield game.
Well, they said that
they're not the
it's not in
same though.
development yet.
Because they have those and they have the spin-off companies of Bad Company. They have Medal of Honor and they have
Brothers in Arms? No.
no, that's
no,
not
that's
them.
Gearbox.
That's, yeah.
Well, isn't Titanfall EA?
Yeah, that is, but that's
No, that's not a. Yeah, but that's not a fucking. That's not
That's
a.
not a
spin-off.
dice game. That's
Well,
not
no.
that's not made on Dice Engine though.
We're hoping
that's
it's
what I
Bad
mean,
Company
another
3.
EA shooter though. Is
Yeah.
what I'm more.
I'd rather there just not be a game.
I just say take a year off, make 2 years worth of
Or,
DLC.
or like put some time into Medal of Honor, considering it's the franchise that got everybody into all
Or
this.
just bury Medal of Honor and focus all your attention on the
bring
good,
back
the good series.
1942.
Medal of Honor is awesome, except for
Vietnam!
Except for
Vietnam!
Warfighter. Warfighter was awful.
Driving the Jeep in the jungle,
Hell
playing
yeah.
war.
Playing war.
It's
Whoa!
It's almost too
What
hard
is
to.
it good for?
That was the best thing
Just
about that
running
game
people
was the
over.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's too hard to rebuild reputation, I think, and Medal of Honor has been. It's viewed, I think, now by like smart gamers as like the tier.
It's like a
second
third. It's like a
tier.
third-rate game now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not in the same ballpark.
So what the core thinks of Nintendo is what you're saying?
Sure.
Yeah, anyway.
Burn!
Moving on from that burn, we'll get you some ice later. PlayStation 4 will be supporting cross-platform party chats.
So does
No,
this
it
mean
won't.
Yes, it will.
The PS3 cannot handle. Are you talking about between the Vita and the PS4
It
then?
has to be.
It's not the PS3. The
It has
PS3
to
is
be.
physically unable
I know.
to do cross.
It's just no, it won't.
Because it
Next
won't.
story.
It won't.
Moving on. We're not even going to discuss this.
Unless they're
No.
unless they're talking about Vita to PS4.
It's the Vita.
We have refuted this news story.
No, it is to the Vita. So-
Okay, if it's the Vita, continue. I
He has
apologize.
no idea if it's actually the Vita. He's just making.
No,
an
that's what the
apology.
article
No, the
said.
Vita would work. The Vita has cross.
No, that's what the
access.
article said.
No, you're wrong.
Just no. And next story.
Okay, we will revisit this story next week.
Yeah.
And confirm or deny.
Yeah, right. Also, there's a remote turn-on feature that will allow you to buy something on your smartphone and then turn on your system, download it, and turn it off when it's done. So you can be at work buying
This
stuff.
is like a step behind what it already does with automatic updates.
Yeah.
a little bit now.
Because if you have PlayStation Plus, you can if you have PlayStation Plus, you could set it up to check your entire library every 24 hours and download all the necessary updates. So when you wake up, you never see an update again. I haven't seen an update since
It just
I got
tells you what it
PlayStation
did.
Plus. And so, like, what's it take for you to buy something, and then during that, it talks to the server and says, start downloading this game.
Well, I
It
mean,
already
that's
downloads
the-
updates.
That's the cool thing, because with right now, at least with my experience with the 360, you can log on even through mobile onto Xbox.com and purchase something, and it'll queue it.
Yeah, but it's
But
still,
it won't start
yeah.
until you actually physically turn the system on.
That's what I'm saying. It's only a
So-
step away from what it's doing now.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, you know,
It's
any,
cool, though.
any progress is progress.
It's a cool another little feature.
Exactly.
It'll become the standard.
Yeah.
Definitely. Also, this week, Europe got another sick bundle, I guess. For $500, you will get 2 controllers, Killzone, and the iCam.
What was I just
And the
saying
PS4.
last week?
And the PS4, yeah, for $500.
Give us 2 controllers. And
That's
look
what
at-
Europe's
I made
getting.
it happen.
Yeah.
Europe's getting
Don't you leave me hanging.
Jason, you're welcome, Europe.
all of Europe right there. You can send donations to FwdCompatible.
Oh shit.
No, but that's
We're just going to
that's
start a Kickstarter for our new
that,
equipment.
Right.
This must be a European thing with 2 controllers. 'Cause I don't know about you guys, but I
Yeah, console
other than
too.
Nintendo, Nintendo's different. But I had a PS3 and I had a 360. I never really needed 2 controllers for anything minus fighting games.
I always have them, but they're very personal use. It's like, oh hey, this one's starting to break. Good thing I have the brand new one in the drawer, so I'm not in the middle of a gaming session. Like, shit, I gotta run to the store and buy a new controller.
I have 6 360 controllers right now.
It's a little
Well,
it's a little overkill.
Not including all
It's
my
a little-
various guitars and
A little
stuff.
overkill.
A little bit too much.
No, if I can, I'll gladly explain.
By all means.
I got the 4
Give me
for
a
my
Coke.
console. I do a
Give me
lot
a
of couch
Coke.
play, especially with my
Yeah.
cousins are here. We'll do the wrestling games or Castle Crashers, whatever the case may be. But then, due to your generous donation, I inherited 2 more controllers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that.
and a broken console.
I gave you a broken console. Wait, I gave you a console?
Yeah, you gave me a 360.
I
So
did.
that one right
yeah.
there.
Well, no, that's not it
Oh,
anymore.
okay. Oh, yeah, you had to do some.
we had to do some finagling.
Some fixing of it.
Yeah, you gave me the 360 so I can start doing the video capture, which I've been playing with.
Oh, that was my original 360.
Yeah, yeah.
The white one, right?
No, it was a black one.
You got the
Black.
elite.
It was a black one. Yeah. Moss the Great, still profile on there.
I don't remember that 360.
It was the one that you got when you were going to do
360
Halo.
is a lie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know his stuff better than he does.
Didn't I sell that?
No, you gave it to
I
me
sold
when
the
you made.
games. I didn't sell.
Yeah,
the
you
system.
sold the games.
Ah.
Yeah, you sold the games. You gave me the system. That's
Okay.
what this whole setup over here is.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
But then it ate my Arkham City, and wouldn't spit it back out. I couldn't get
nice.
the game out.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember, but
The
you're
one,
welcome.
the Arkham City that you gave me, I lost a week after
Never
because the
even paid me
council
for it.
the council wouldn't power up anymore. Did I not? That's right, because you didn't.
No,
give me-
I- no, I was
you
gonna
didn't
say,
give me- you didn't give me any money for Geek Bar, so it's fine.
So my.
Oh, I didn't
my,
even forget.
my,
I was just gonna say I take your cokes anyway. I don't care.
my console ruined Mark's game.
No, the game that Mark gave me that I was going to replay on the council, it ate it.
It's just
Okay.
Anyways.
die.
Yeah.
All right, slow news week. So my last story I got is thanks to a Walmart marketing ad. Xbox had to come out and say that the console, or another source close to someone at Xbox, you know how those go, the console is not launching November 8th. It's more likely going to be later in November.
It's all still hearsay.
Yes, exactly. But, you know, Walmart caused a little hissy fit from everybody saying, oh my god, they're going to beat PlayStation out of the gate with November 8th.
Does a week or two really matter?
No.
Yes.
For somebody who's that desperate for new hardware, you think? That they would just... Go ahead.
Because
Sorry.
it's the week before.
Call of Duty. You got to think.
They're still going to miss Call of Duty. Call of Duty's the 6th, isn't it? The 8th. The 8th would still miss Call of Duty.
Well, if it missed Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is going to see 12 to 15 million people at a video game store, or a Target, or a Walmart.
Yeah, and if they have that's a good point.
12 to 15 million people. Some of them are Call of Duty gamers. You know, so,
Bro gamers. Dude.
They're not following the next gen stuff. Probably. They might just think.
They know of it.
And then if they
accept its existence.
They get hyped like 2 weeks before the game comes out, and you can get on the
new
Xbox
Xbox.
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
The only thing with that though is there's two factors that I would bring up as counterpoints for you. That's what the upgrade incentive that a lot of these people, a lot of the retailers are running, where you can buy the current gen and then upgrade when the next gen consoles release. And two, I don't really see. I mean, there'll be some, but there's not going to be like a mass flood of available units for the systems in these retailers.
I think there's gonna be next to nothing outside of. I think like each store will get
their pre-order
2.
allocation.
No, they'll get like 2, and that's it. Just because they have to have something available for a walk-up.
And they'll be gone within the first 5 minutes open.
I mean, they'll be like, we had 2, you should have got here to open.
Yeah.
That's how it was for the 360.
I think in November. I don't know if that will be the case in December. I think.
No, by then they should. By then, you're right. They should.
The consoles are too expensive to sell out. I mean, what was the last console that sold out at launch where you couldn't find it?
The Wii,
and that was a
the
discounted
PS2.
console.
PS2.
That was a $300 and a $250 console.
Yeah, but that was also 12 years ago, 13 years ago. The PS2.
But also too, when
What
you
are you
look
trying to say?
when you look at
inflation.
Yeah, but
it's only
that's
$100.
misleading because
it's only $100 jump over the course
income,
of 13 years.
Household income has not gone up at the rate of inflation. So just because
minimum wage has.
Yeah, but median household income has declined actually in a period of about 4 years, but money is not worth as much as it is now. So stuff that's
what I'm saying.
That's why I have a stockpile.
That's why 300 is closer to what 400 was back then.
Inflation has gone up more than wages significantly.
It's like one
Go fight.
Oh yeah,
It's not
of course.
proportional.
That's why we're in a recession.
Yeah.
It's painted.
But anyway, they're too expensive for people to sell out. I think it really is. I think all the core will get it at launch, and Black Friday will sell. I think Xbox Ones will be widely available on store shelves come like December 1st.
I think you're gonna have shortages till February. PlayStation themselves, Sony came out and said they're having trouble making enough for the pre-orders.
I think that might sell outside the core that are going to buy it on day one. Do you know any Microsoft fans that are going to get an Xbox, but like, I'm going to wait until the third week?
Absolutely not. Everybody's getting a day one or
that week.
But I do know a lot of people that are unable to pre-order one right now.
On top of that,
do want one day one, and they would get one the third or fourth week.
On top of that, you have to consider that spoilers. GameStop is and Microsoft and Sony are allocating 5,000 of these consoles for store managers. That was announced at their conference this past week.
That's not guaranteed day one though.
Yeah, but it's in that launch shipment.
Yeah.
So
actually, I don't know about that because like Jay gets an awful lot of stuff for free like a month after it came out. They tell him he's getting one for free.
The consoles,
but it comes in like a month or two after.
The consoles will be there within the first 2 weeks.
This should
probably
because they're gonna want the employees to play that to get the word out.
Well, that's the whole point, is so that they're better educated on the new hardware that's coming out.
Well, I think probably because they'll need it more than Sony will, based on just overall.
Well, they're both giving consoles away.
Yeah.
Oh, Sony's doing
Sony's actually giving a better deal away because they're also including 7 free games. Microsoft's just giving you the Xbox One. Yes.
No. You want to see the list?
7 games.
Okay. Keep going.
What I think is, I think Microsoft. What are the pre-orders at for Microsoft? Do we know where they're at right now?
No, Sony came out and said they broke 1 million.
Yeah.
Okay, and wasn't
Microsoft
in the
hasn't
US
revealed
or
numbers.
Yeah,
I
worldwide?
am assuming worldwide.
Okay, and what was Microsoft sell? Sony was outselling Microsoft. Was it 3-1?
It was like
At one point, it was 4-1, but
it was
Microsoft
3-2
made it.
in the last thing I saw.
There were a lot of cancellations of PS4s converting back to Xbox One once Xbox reversed a bunch of their policies.
Okay.
Not a ton, but there was a reversal.
Here is the GameStop manager haul that they're getting in total. Full list of free stuff. A PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Beyond Two Souls for PS3. NBA 2K14 for PS4. Madden for PS4. FIFA for PS4. Need for Speed Rivals for PS4. Battlefield PS4. Saints Row for 360. Final Fantasy for PS3. PS3. Skylanders 360. Call of Duty Ghost Hardened Edition Xbox One.
Hardened edition.
Killer Instinct Round 1.
Why are you doing that?
Killer Instinct Round 1, which is the full version of it.
All 8
Rise, Forza 5, Dead Rising 3, Legend of Zelda 3DS, Dark Souls 2 for Xbox 360, an M&M CD, Titanfall
Really?
for Xbox.
Can I return this?
Titanfall for Xbox One, Battlefield 4 Premium, Gran Turismo 6 PS3, Diablo 3 PS3, Killzone Mercenaries, Drive Club for PS4, Knack for PS4, NBA Live 14 for any
Did
system
they
of
give
their
him
choice.
$10,000 as well?
So you
A
said
Legend
there-
of Zelda Ganon figure.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And Killzone Shadowfall for PS4.
So you said there's GameStops that are hiring for store managers.
Sadly, you would miss out on that.
No, you
wouldn't get
won't.
us.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Seriously?
They still send them to the stores. That's how I got mine last year
Oh,
or
okay.
year before last, and I was like, "Here, guys, take the stuff," because they fired. Civics. Sorry, inside information here. Civic Center didn't have a store manager representation at conference. I still got the conference box.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Burn.
Nice.
So what were we
No, a lot of
talking
people
about?
get
I
before
said
sick
it
of
burns.
it.
Still 7 games on the PS4. It's exactly what I said.
Bro, I'm talking about him.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking
But
about?
it's not a better deal because
See, the only reason I said it is because
Xbox
some
One is
managers
giving
get screwed over
equal
when they
amount of stuff.
don't.
That I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I guess the point I was going to make, I think maybe they'll have 500,000 pre-orders. Maybe that's generous between UK and the United States. But between that and Christmas, they're probably going to. What is their manufacturing goals?
I haven't even seen it.
Okay,
I mean, I would assume they want to go over 1 million.
they will go over 1 million for sure. They have
Yeah,
to.
as, I mean, I
think
that
even
they
the Wii
haven't.
made
gift to give out.
2 million, I think, before holiday.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
they
like-
haven't said anything about what they expect or goals.
I-
Because quarter 3 just started. So.
I don't think the PS4 or the Xbox One are going to make it into many people's Christmas gifts.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a
Because-
hard gift, no matter what.
Like the Wii, when we were talking about it at 250, maybe you can sell that because of all the hype around it and everything.
Wait, we from last year.
Well, 2006, I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about the last
Yeah,
system
yeah,
that
yeah.
sold out. And even the PS2 at $299 was a good. I don't know if 400 or 500 with a game. You're talking 500 and almost 600. You know.
Which I know I'm kind of jumping back, and I meant to ask him earlier, but I stepped out. Which model PS3 did you pick up?
I bought a new.
The 12 gig?
I bought it from a seller.
Okay.
The Super Slim Uncharted 3.
Okay.
Because
So you get the 500 gig hard drive then.
yeah, it was $230. I got it for.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay, cool. The 12 gig, I was worried.
Flash memory.
You couldn't even install half of Uncharted 3
I know.
for free on that.
I was worried about the installs.
Yeah.
Not because I'm only going to play with the discs. I'm probably not going to get PlayStation Plus just because I'm not really online. I mean, the free stuff is good, but
Nah,
Anyway.
you don't have time to play it.
I wanted to play the back catalog. That's why I got it. So, but
Pretty good.
yeah, I don't think they'll sell out.
There you go. That was news. David Letterman.
Hey, don't be throwing stuff. She's back there.
It floats.
It's soft, I promise.
It was ripped off a bed or something.
I
It said something about against penalty of law, do not remove.
I have a decent sized story.
Oh,
you
man.
missed.
Is it that time?
No,
It
I have
is.
a
Here's a story.
decent sized story that you missed.
Oh, do it?
Yeah, so it's just a quick one.
Sick burn to Mark. Forgot a decent sized story.
Yeah.
It's about yay big.
Sony actually just came out, this was 2 days ago, and they had a new project happening. They opened up a new studio, and these are the gentlemen that are going to be taking care of, basically they're the guys that set up Borderlands 2 coming to Vita, and they're basically, they're essentially third party, like...
Well, it's almost second party because it's being published by Sony, the Vita one.
Well, Borderlands is, but
Yeah.
this company is they're setting up third-party relations, essentially, where they're going to be trying to get...
Like a liaison?
Like a liaison, and they're going to be trying to get more stuff like that to both the PS4 and mainly the Vita.
Okay.
And they're also going to try to draw in more indies to get strictly on the PlayStation side, and so on and so forth. So it's like they're not a true like development studio. And right now, you can actually go to the official PlayStation blog and let them know what you want. Not like when I filled in my 2 paragraphs, there was only like 300 comments, so maybe they saw it. But now there's like 3,000, so I don't know who the hell's gonna read all those.
Are you familiar with the way that
Someone get paid to do
the
it.
way that Lego works nowadays? You can
Lego MMO.
no,
This week.
the physical like the company. You can suggest to them like
Yeah.
we want to see Lego Minecraft, and if it gets 10,000
Right? Yeah.
likes,
There was Lego Legend of Zelda.
they go after the licensing for it. It sounds like something similar.
It's exactly
where
what they're
if-
doing
yeah.
because like I was explaining last week or 2 weeks ago, Borderlands 2 on the Vita is happening because of the fans.
Mm-hmm.
The fans kept bugging Sony. They're like, bring this to the Vita, bring this to the Vita. I'm like, fine, here. So like they decided this was a great idea. Like they're basically going to be like scrounging the internet listening to the fans.
Yeah.
So this is your chance to tell Sony what you want.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Before we get too far, did anybody check out? They released the trailer for Arkham City Blackgate.
I saw the Vita one. I didn't
That's
see
what I'm
the-
saying for the Vita.
Yeah, I saw
That's-
it.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
It looks disappointing.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. It's a
I was hoping
Metrovania.
I was hoping for a whole lot more. I'm still going to get it because I hope I'm wrong. But I didn't see a trailer. I saw gameplay footage.
Oh, I saw there was a full trailer.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that because somebody at Gamescom just put a camera on top of the Vita and recorded somebody playing.
IGN's got it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, a credible news source. Yeah, we don't plug them. We don't plug them.
But yeah, I mean, I saw the gameplay. I don't know if it's because they wanted to make it easier, where it's being held back because they want it to run on the 3DS as well. I don't know why. This thing's supposedly just slightly less powerful than the PS3. I don't understand why it can't handle an open world Batman, and instead it's. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I'm gonna pick it up.
I've seen.
What didn't you like about it?
I've seen the 3DS version.
Of course, it's less
There's
graphically.
a 3DS version?
Yeah, it's gonna be 3DS and Vita.
It can't handle the
Yeah,
graphics.
it's really choppy.
I don't know. We'll see. That's the problem. They made this game that won't run well on either because the 3DS can't keep up with the graphics.
They should have
And
just made two separate.
The PS
titles
the
if they were gonna
PS
go that
Vita's it's so powerful. You don't want to play this little fucking side
So the
scrolling.
PS3, the Vita can't play the PS3 version?
It
They can. They just
They could
got.
easily.
They just got to make it.
Why,
Yeah.
why would they do it? Is it chop? So it's a different version.
It's a completely different game.
version.
It's called.
They're making one for the
Arkham's-
handhelds.
Arkham Origins Blackgate is what it's
And
called.
that's coming out on the 3DS and the Vita.
It's side scroller.
And then they're making the regular one that's coming out on 360 and
There
PS3.
shouldn't be cross-platform games between 3DS and Vita.
No.
No.
It just doesn't. They're different.
don't-
that's what
That's
they're
what's
doing.
happening.
Unless
They could be
unless
cross-
it's like an indie game, like a Castle Crashers or something like
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
be
that-
fine. But no, not like this. No.
And I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, but it doesn't look very promising right now. There's much better stuff coming to the Vita. You're looking at like Tearaway and like Killzone and shit, and then you look at Batman, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I was excited about
That's-
this. I was really
I was
excited
too.
about it.
It's
I
disappointing.
imagine for the Vita, most people would prefer just playing the regular game. The full.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, they can do it with Borderlands. They could do it with.
They could
Batman.
put
It could
Arkham-
be easily
yeah.
done with
they get a
Batman.
free download if you buy it on the PS3.
There you go.
Put that in
Right to
the-
PlayStation blog, man.
Yeah, put that in the.
Put it in the comment
Comment
box,
section.
the digital comment box.
Yeah.
So as you were saying earlier,
I don't remember what I was saying.
I guess it's
Oh,
About
it's
that
it's
time.
no.
No, it can't be.
I think it is.
Is it?
Well then, I guess it's time for...
Gmail.
Look at that.
You sound like a dying otter.
Look at that spike.
It's all right.
Yeah, you get a post.
No!
That was a cough.
Gagging over there.
Stick some fingers down my throat.
Just
It's
vomit
Gmail.
all over.
It's Gmail time. It's time for a party.
I don't want to do it again.
Gmail.
We need a techno remix.
We need
of
to do the
Gmail
wave.
song now.
Okay.
We can get some cool electric music going for it.
I like our song for
I do
Gmail.
too.
All right, first question.
Andrew Dillon.
What's up, Andrew?
I thought it was Metro Android.
No, he wanted to know what we thought about all the big Nintendo news, and we'll get to that.
In part two.
Yeah,
part
watch
two.
on Wednesday
Yeah.
where we will
So
talk Nintendo.
there's a little hint for you, Andrew. Watch part 2. Where'd he go?
Don't you worry about it. Smoking in the bathroom, just like you did in high school.
I was just like, the door was open, so I didn't know if you
Smoking in
walked
the
into the
boys'
bathroom or where'd you go.
I just had to get a tum.
Magnus asked, said, pick one weapon from a video game to you, like for your personal use, real world. What would you pick?
Rocket launcher and Halo. That was amazing.
Like a weapon, or can it be like a...
I said weapon.
We'll go with Halo Reach rocket launcher.
I'll take the bouncer from fully upgraded from Ratchet and Clank.
Explain.
That was sick.
The bouncer is
It's like his was pretty like a rocket launcher because we don't know what a rocket launcher does.
It's
Shoots
essentially
fucking rockets.
it's essentially this huge. It's a gun that shoots out
Tiny
a boulder that is essentially like a ticking time bomb, and when it hits the ground, it separates into about 10 or 15 of those same things, but smaller, and they turn into heat-sinking missiles that go after the enemies and explode them. It's the coolest gun in game video gaming. The bouncer. Look it up.
The bouncer.
The first thing that came to my mind was the Mega Buster. I don't know why.
Okay.
But that doesn't seem very good. You have unlimited ammo. And
Frog
How
suit
about
from Mario.
Golden Gun from James
Yes,
Bond.
that is pretty badass too.
Although
one
I
shot
don't know
kill.
what the practical use of that would be.
See, that's why I wanted the rocket launcher. You gotta come with some firepower, you
Golden
know?
Gun. I'm gonna shoot you in the toe and you're gonna die.
It's over, Mike.
Well, what happens when
It's
that
over.
tank comes around the corner and I'm just like,
You'll be dead.
It'll be too late. You got shot in the toe.
got
It's
shot
over.
in that toe.
How about yourself, good sir?
I almost have to go with it, even though it's like the default weapon from the game.
Lancer.
Would be the Lancer. Just
Lancer's
because that
badass.
shit looks so fun.
It does
It
look
looks
cool.
so fun. Just shoot somebody in the face and then chainsaw
Run
them
up
in
to him.
half. You know, it just it
Cutting my
really does.
sandwich.
I would be doing shit like that though. It'd be like, it's lunchtime. I got this
It's
hoagie.
going everywhere. Almost
Through it.
killed our mic right there.
Yeah, you're fine. Shut up.
What's that? You can't fit in this doorway? I got it.
Could have just opened the second door. Nope.
I can't find my can opener for this can of tuna.
These these chair legs are a little tall.
It's too short. It's uneven too.
My car won't start.
Why was that a good
Boss's
idea?
computer's broken. Fix it. It's got
Solves
practical. It's got
nothing.
practical uses. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
got practicality written all over it.
Here's our return policy.
That escalated quickly.
Yes, it did.
Question, man.
Good, very good question.
Austin asked. He said, "I'm a huge fan of the Hitman series. What's your
I'm a
favorite
Hitman
Hitman game, or if you don't like Hitman, stealth action game?"
Blood Money. There's no. I mean,
It's
there's
not even good. Yeah, Blood Money.
Blood Money. There's by far no
Next.
one that even comes close to as good as that one in the Hitman universe. The amount of ways to do
You gotta
each
explain your reasons.
Yeah. The
Because
amount
he
of
freezes
ways.
stuff.
Yeah. The amount of ways to do every single level the way it was designed for is there's like 6 to 10 to even some levels of like 12 ways.
Literally.
Literally, if you're taking shots at Holmes, kids.
Somebody, to fill everybody in, somebody had it in the comments that they're going to make that a drinking game. Every time Mark says literally, they're going to take a shot.
I took like months
You'd
off
be
of saying
drunk
it.
in like 10 minutes.
I think is it also Andrew Dillon's going to be our official bullshit checker?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because he replied for. We had a couple of people reply. Feel free to keep tally at home also, but Andrew Dillon currently has the job officially.
Yeah, so
as
whenever there's a
bullshit
bet
checker.
or mark this episode or remember this, you get to write everything down.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought bullshit checker means like a fact checker.
No. We have a lot of
Keep
bets.
track of the bullshit that we talk.
We have a lot of bets that get
Yeah.
forgotten
Okay.
Yeah.
very quickly by the next week. Like by the time I go home, I
By
forget.
the
There
time
was
we get the
something
car.
that you told everybody to mark down from last week.
I
don't
already
what
don't
it
remember
is.
it is. The whole reason we came up with the bullshit checker, I don't even remember
I don't
what
remember
it
it
is.
either.
Yeah.
It's gone.
So that's why we have it. And Andrew Dillon can throw it in the comments. That's why he's our
Throw it in the
bullshit
comments.
checker.
We can make an article on the site. We can even
ongoing
put-
shit.
Yeah.
So I never played Hitman, so I can't really comment on it. But a common thing on the stealth portion, though, I remember like 10 years ago there was this like war between Metal Gear Solid and like Splinter Cell was like the alternative.
Splinter Cell, and then you also had
Splinter Cell
Siphon
can't
Filter.
do
Yeah.
Okay, I never
Siphon
played
Filter.
that. I played.
There's a
Splinter-
reason it's not around.
I played Splinter Cell.
Sun Filter was good.
I never liked the first Splinter Cell. I don't know why. I like Metal Gear Solid. I liked me and my best buddy Vic. We played through. Or I've seen most of the Metal Gear Solid series.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. That's fun. But in terms of pure stealth games, that's basically the extent. I played a lot of games that have stealth aspects. Like even like some of the modern Zelda games have like stealth.
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker, yeah, that was poorly
Yeah.
done.
But
Like I
it's-
think Phantom Hourglass was a good stealth.
Okay.
They had the
Yeah.
but it's,
I'm not a big.
Even Mario incorporates stealth with the booze.
you have to look at them, otherwise.
I'm not. I'm not.
You gotta be a sneaky bastard.
You know that feeling when you're looking at one and there's one coming
Yeah.
from here?
You're like, you gotta do this thing
And
until,
all you
until
do,
your
all you
trajectory
do is
messes
just
up.
duck. It doesn't matter. You just duck.
I do this weird thing where I keep going like this. I hit the D-pad back and forth, and the trajectory will eventually mess up where you can get out of it. It's like the only.
Pro tips here.
I'm not a big stealth gamer. If I'm given the option of stealth or run and gun, I always choose run and gun. Andy is a huge stealth guy. Like he's one of those guys that will literally sit in a spot and like memorize the pattern of the soldiers and just wait for 20 minutes for them to loop back around so they can both line up and then he can shoot them both in the nuts at the same time. I'm not joking.
Yeah,
I'm
but
being
it's
Sniper
serious.
Elite.
Yeah.
He's like.
So I would say that's like a 2-for-1, but it's really like a 4-for-1.
Yes. But if I had to pick a series, I would probably pick Metal Gear. I would agree with you. I could do Metal Gear.
My favorite stealth game
Chaos Theory.
is just came out, and that's The Last of Us. But since we're talking about Hitman, I haven't played all of them, so forgive me, Mark. I don't know them
No,
all.
that's fine. I
I
haven't
played
played
1 and 2. Those were the 2 on the PS2, right?
Yeah.
And then I played Absolution. Those are the 3 I've played.
You missed
2,
the best one.
2 was by far my favorite out of all of
No, wait,
those.
2 was great. 2 was fantastic.
Is the Hitman last one came out last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember hearing news that Hitman was going to become an annualized franchise. Remember that?
And then it sold
Yeah.
like dog shit.
Is that dead?
It still sold, I think, what, 2 million? 3 million?
It sold more than 1 million?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I'm so pleased that
But they-
nobody
that-
said the shitty Assassin's Creed series.
That's not
Their
stealth.
stealth.
I mean, some
That
people,
is.
some people might
well,
technically.
It's like
you know,
modern stuff.
Yeah, I'm saying some people might say.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. That's why I didn't know if you could count Last of Us. There's a lot of stealth sections of the game.
Yeah.
The thing, well, it can be played full on stealth, but there's some specific areas. Like there's a room full of clickers in this one specific area where those things are like you're like instantly dead unless your shiv is built all the way up. If any of them catch you. So, but there's this one room in particular where they don't have set patterns. You can't do what Andy did because the AI is getting better. They do their own thing, and there's
Yeah.
like 15 of them.
Ticked
and
me off because I thought they would be just.
you know the room I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
no,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And you have no choice but to be stealthful because if you disturb one,
They
they
all
all charge you. And you might pick off 1 or 2 of them, but you're dead.
Yeah.
The best video gamer can't get out of that. You can't.
Yeah.
There's
Last
too
of Us
much.
did stealth
They're
very
too
well.
strong,
I
and your
think-
weapons
I
are
think-
too weak.
I think Andy got stuck in that room.
You very well may have.
Because he was saying we were recording when he was playing. and I asked him to turn down the volume because I was picking it up in the headset, and he got mad because he stopped playing because he couldn't.
You have to listen
yeah.
in that game.
Yeah, he couldn't hear him.
It's that stealthful. You have to pay attention to what's
Yeah.
around the corner.
It's a very good modern one.
Yeah.
I want to go
Alright.
back and do Blood Money. So that's him, man.
Blood Money?
Good stuff.
Jeremy asked. He said, "What handheld game would you want to see ported over to consoles? Like a handheld only, that hasn't made that leap, that transition."
What's the thing?
Come on, Mark.
Almost
You've
all-
been on top of it.
Well, see, that's-
Blah.
Yeah, well, no, because like a lot of the ones that I came up right off the top of my head have had console releases, like Fire Emblem have had console releases, Pokemon's had console releases.
Well, I guess now technically you could say the traditional version of Pokemon hasn't. I mean, there was XD,
Yeah.
but that wasn't really.
You know, Rumble U's coming out.
But those
now,
are completely different styles. I mean, they're
Yeah.
Pokemon characters, but it's a completely different experience.
I would, yeah, I'd like to see it. I guess I may pick it up, like a general Pokemon game on a console instead of a handheld. I don't see why you wouldn't put one out in the Wii U, Wii.
I could do that.
See, this is a weird question because I think Nintendo. I mean, with the handhelds, you got the Vita and the 3DS right now. I'm not
2DS.
counting. Nintendo on the 3DS, it's to the point where like 90% of the playable games on the 3DS that are good are first-party games.
Yeah.
And Nintendo tailors their games so they're more handheld games.
They
for the
wouldn't
most
work. They
part.
wouldn't work on.
Yeah, I mean, whereas
you
the
just wouldn't have to add
Vita,
as
the
many
Vita seems
features.
like, for the most part, this is more going back to the PSP as well. Well, they were trying to play more console games on the go.
Yeah.
But then what we've seen is a lot of the best Vita games or PSP games just end up getting ported over to console.
God of War, and there was a couple.
Even like Silent
That's-
Hill, I remember that was a
Metal
PSP
Gear,
game that I wanted.
That's where I was going with this as well. Is I'm actually of the reverse, like the complete 180 of this. There's a lot of console games that I would love to see on the handheld, but the whole point of the handheld is to get a different experience. Like I don't want to, like even some of
Yeah.
my most memorable, like the like PSP or whatever games that got ported up to the PS3. Just didn't feel right on the PS3 anymore. Like Secret Agent Clank or like even the God of Wars. They played well because Sony Santa Monica did a good job of adding in the extra button
I was
functionality
gonna
and
say,
stuff.
they pretty much
but,
had the pre-built moveset,
Yeah.
so it was just a matter of.
but like, it's kind of like what Monster was saying. It's the whole point is different. Like, do you really want to play like Phantom Hourglass on like the Wii?
You couldn't, but like that was a game
That,
that
like,
was unplayable.
That's
on
what
the
I'm
disc.
saying. Like the whole point
You
is
could
I
play on
don't.
the Wii U with the gamepad.
You could
but
probably
I mean,
you could probably pull off.
cares?
I mean, like a Link Between Two Worlds. You could
There's no 2, by the way.
whatever.
No.
No,
I'm gonna throw
those
something at you.
those games actually do work well because I have my original Xbox has a
Take it off.
my original Xbox has a Game Boy Advance emulator, so I could actually play all the Game Boy Advance games on my big screen. But so that one actually works well, but it's just really distorted because when you blow that small of an image up that big,
Nintendo has always done that, where they had they had the Super Game Boy. Where you can play your Game Boy games on the Super Nintendo.
what was that thing at the bottom of the GameCube
The Game Boy Player, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
so-
essentially turned?
you could play Game Boy Advance games on the GameCube.
or
Yeah.
Game Boy Color, yeah.
Yeah.
I still use that too. I use that for like streaming
Yeah.
because you can stream.
It's
games.
easier, right?
Yeah,
If I had to see, like for me, if there was like a port up that I'd want to see, was it Mario Land? Was the
3D
original
Land?
Game Boy ones when they started introducing Wario?
yeah.
I think those
Mario
would look
Land for
would look kind of cool if they went back in and kind of redid the
They
graphic.
have to like almost remake it. That's a 25-year-old.
and I agree. Like if they completely rebuilt it from the ground up, kind of like what they did with Turtles in Time.
If we're going back that far, there's a couple. Of
That's
those,
where I was
But
reaching
that's
to.
more of a remake than a
Yeah.
port.
Yeah,
right?
the-
I mean,
That's the problem because if we're going back that far,
All right, well,
there's
let's
a couple.
say that then. We'll open it up so we can get some.
There's a
answers
couple
here.
of those original Kirby's that were like, what was it? Return to Dreamland 1 and 2, I think, were only handhelds, right? Or am I mistaken?
I don't remember.
Because those were a blast, and I love
Or
those.
was
on
it
some,
Kirby's Nightmare that was?
one of the
I
old
think so.
Kirby's ones. I may be getting confused, so excuse
Dreamland
me.
was a Super?
There's like 4 or 5 of them now. Which one?
I don't know.
Are you a Kirby expert? No.
She knows the Super Nintendo more than I do.
Okay.
Jeopardy.
Kirby.
Yeah.
Couple of them.
Well, yeah.
Well, anyway, there's a couple of ones that were really fun on the older Nintendo handhelds, Kirby-wise, that never made their way. They actually maybe in that 25th anniversary edition. Now they think about it, maybe they already did do exactly what I'm saying.
But either way,
Don't mind me. Just don't pay attention to what I've been saying for the last
like,
45
The
seconds.
only game I could think of that like you know, they remade Ocarina of Time like a few years ago for the 3DS, and now some people, or not, they were like, oh, why don't we make it an HD game now for the Wii U?
Really?
So this is a console game that's a handheld. Now some people want it back on the count. Like, but I mean, to me, that's like the bare bones. Like, I don't really like. I play my handhelds for handhelds.
Yeah.
That's what I do too. I play because I can't get it anywhere else.
Like, I know a typical response, like, nobody's buying the Vita right now, but, like, the one game that people do want is Uncharted Golden Abyss, and I think it's wise that Sony doesn't do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because the second you do that, your one killer app currently,
It's like-
I think there's many great games, but your one killer app is no longer exclusive to the Vita. So you just made it pointless.
Back when I was at GameStop, I'd literally plenty of people like wanting to buy pre-owned, I think it was PSPs for the God of Wars, and then all of a sudden, the God of War collection came out, and they're like,
Yeah, what do you need the PSP for anymore?
I was in that same back with Silent Hill Origins.
Yeah.
It was only a PSP Silent Hill game. And I'm like, what the heck is this? Because I had like Vic had a PS2 at the time. I had an Xbox. I had a GameCube. I had a DS. I'm like, I have 5 consoles and I want to play a game, and it's on the sixth console that I don't have.
you don't have, right?
Like, you know, to me, the PSP didn't warrant the purchase of that console. Granted, 2 years later, they ported it to the PS2. So.
Yeah.
You can go play now.
By then
now.
it was old, and like I didn't
Yeah.
have it, so I watched all like the cutscenes and the video.
Yeah.
I watched the game on YouTube, and it was old, and I never ended up getting it. So
Nick Kuntz,
What's up, Nick?
What's up?
he asked, do any of you do D&D?
no, never got into it.
Anyone ever played it
Um,
before?
I have the NES games.
Okay, well, I mean, he's not very specific, so we can also, he asked, you know, do we like it? We could touch base if you've played those, what you
No,
think of them.
I just, there's 4 of them. 2 of them are pretty common. They're like $10-15, and the other 2 are kind of rare. I have all 4 of them. I believe I have all 4. I think I have all 4 of them. But the only thing I know about them is there's 4 of them on the NES, which is outrageous when you think about it.
I know I got invited to, you know, do it at friends' houses, and we never got around to doing it.
Okay.
I do a variation of D&D. It's called fantasy football. Yes, they're like people don't want to admit it. Fantasy sports are D&D for people that don't want to play D&D, like who think that's nerdy. It's what it
Yeah,
is,
I know,
dude.
I
That's
know,
what
I
fantasy
know.
sport. You're like you're picking your character and you're hoping they fucking do their magic, which is equivalent to a touchdown, and like it's what it is, man. It's D&D for jocks.
You know, I have a story about Dungeons & Dragons. Every time, like, I run Zelda Dungeon, and whenever somebody who's over the age of about, like, 42, 43, you know, mid-40s and higher now, when they ask me what I do, like, oh, yeah, I run Zelda. They don't know what Zelda is. Like, old people who are not in the game, but they hear Dungeon. I'm like, yeah, it's video game related, Zelda Dungeon. Oh, is that like Dungeons & Dragons? I'm like,
No. I mean, they both have fantasy aspects.
the word dungeon and games. So.
That's about it.
I have actually played a couple of times.
Nerd.
It's fine.
He didn't get a fantasy football.
Hey, Mark, there's a D20 variant for Mass Effect.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
He's like, oh, let's do it.
That's it. You
Okay.
want to go halves?
Yeah. All you gotta do is buy the core book. It's $35.
That's cool. I'm okay.
I have, you know, there's a lot of
Oh, that's Garrus in it. That one, man.
There's a lot of stereotypes, obviously. The guys that I played with were all in a metal band. And
It's the stereotype, right?
no, not even. I'm
Sarcasm.
not even close. But
I caught it.
it takes for me personally. I played I think 2 campaigns. I've been invited to several, but I really it's the story.
You played the campaign?
Fuck multiplayer. It was awful.
It all depends. You got to really
Broken ass servers.
You got to really kind of be comfortable with the people that you're playing with, and at least for me, you can't take the shit too serious. Like I've known people that like you know you have to role play as your character and everything like that. Prime example, the guys that I played with, they made a giant white snake that would reoccur, and he would just pop up and spit venom at you, and his name was Slither Penis. I'm not joking. I'm being serious. Slither Penis. And he would melt your armor random times. If you pissed off the dungeon master, he'd bring out this character to take it out on you.
Sounds an awful lot like an NFL commissioner in fantasy football. I can lay
No, actually, funny enough, going on to that,
smackdown.
because I actually did remember when I told my mom I was originally going to start doing, like, I go to a friend's house and play that. She took that very, like, serious as, like, because I don't know what was going on when she was growing up, but, like, it was, like, very cultish sounding. Like, there was a very bad, like, vibe when my mom was growing up.
Yeah, there was weird stuff. Like, I mean, it's a bunch of dudes sitting around a table in a basement rolling dice and pretending to be fairies.
Yeah, I don't know. That stuff. That stuff is equated
Kind
to.
of sounds like us right now.
That stuff can be equated to anything. Like there, up until very, very recently, video gamers were looked down on as that pimply kid dude in his basement.
Yeah.
All male, all.
And look how you turned out.
Preteen.
Your pimples are almost all gone.
Like, and like then
Except the ones on his ass.
that's what I'm saying. Now there's almost as many women gamers. The median age is like 37 or 38 of the video gamer. It's changed. It's more involved in pop culture. Dungeons and Dragons, I feel, would never
on a award show.
come to that, but it's the same. It's the same basic principles. People look down on it because they don't understand it. People don't understand it.
That's more hardcore. Yeah, it's not very mainstream-ish.
Well,
But video games just got to that. That's what I'm trying to say.
I could dispute that with a convention like Dragon Con that draws like 90,000 people to it and everything like that is pretty big too.
Wow. Okay.
It's crazy. Lightning
Over the course of the 4-day
Lightning struck when he
event,
said that.
you know.
You would watch it.
Also too, everything that you've played from Blizzard is based off of Dungeons and Dragons.
I know that
So,
stuff.
you know.
Yeah.
So
No,
I guess
I-
you have played Dungeons and
Well,
Dragons.
no. When I first played World of Warcraft, everyone was like, "Oh, you're really nerdy." My senior year of high school, I was playing with half the football team. I'm not even joking on that.
Literally?
Stereotypes right there.
Literally, I was literally half the football team was in a guild together.
Oh shit! Good times.
Yeah, literally, guys.
Literally.
Okay. So that's our questions for the week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But we've got one big question for everybody, and that's our Impoverished Geek question of the week. Do you want to slide that over to him and just have him?
Yeah, you want to fact check this and make sure because I don't know this.
We're with,
Number 2.
with it being the return of Moss, we wanna do a very special.
The first one is right.
The first one.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
We wanted to do a very special Impoverished Geek
Yeah, we
question.
know that.
We're going to do a Legend of Zelda themed question. The prize is.
You want to read this? Is
hold
here?
on. Yeah.
You know, right? Go ahead. It's all you, man.
Should I read it?
Yep.
Well, here, let me tell everybody what the prize is first, because it's buried under here.
We have tons of prizes.
No,
We
this is
really
special.
do.
Wait, is
What
it
are you giving away?
Is it multiple choice?
Oh, he's giving away something
No.
good.
We're going to give away this, and we're not gonna open the plastic,
Ooh.
but we're gonna have Moss sign the front of it.
I am. Okay.
He's like, I'm not signing
Oh,
it.
this is not Hyrule Historia.
No, it's not.
This is Phantom Hourglass.
Phantom
okay.
Hourglass.
You know
sealed.
they're re-releasing this.
Yeah.
All 6 of them.
Yeah,
and,
for like $200
treasure.
bucks. I'm not.
No, it's like 110 now on Amazon. It's a good deal. And
I
it comes
know.
with the treasure box.
Treasure.
I already bought mine.
Do you want to go halfsies?
I'm hoping.
Treasure.
treasure.
But yeah,
Very treasure.
Yeah, it's
Would you like some crafting, huh?
it's the
Crafting,
Phantom
huh?
Hourglass guide, still sealed.
forget all
We're
about
gonna
dinner.
have Moss throw his signature on there, and that's what we're gonna give out.
Cool.
Shut up, Sam.
So the question, should I read the question?
You
You don't give
You
the answer, but
don't
yeah,
need
just a question.
It is, what is Ganondorf's last name?
And
I believe it's not mentioned in most games, actually. I think it was initially mentioned in the game manual
okay,
for a...
we're getting confirmation.
We got confirmation, yes.
Okay.
All right, we don't want to give him too many
Yeah,
hints.
and you can send in your answers to the impoverished question at FwdCompatible podcast
Oh, God.
at gmail.com.
How many Gmails was that?
There's a lot.
It's a lot of Gmails. It's
Since
a
we
special
got
account.
since we got Maz on, Maz, you want to go ahead and plug your sites for us?
No. I do not want to plug ZeldaDungeon.net. I don't
refuse to
plug.
plug.
GenGame.net does not. No plugs for GenGame.net.
And especially nothing
that's-
for Pokemon Dungeon.
That's GenGame.net.
Oh,
No plugs. There's no reason to plug them because all they do is they write news, they write editorial.
They review all the latest games.
Reviews?
Oh, I got a story on this thing. So we got a press release copy for Painkiller, Hell, and Damnation.
Yes.
The game was released a year ago on PC.
Yeah, I know.
And was set for release on August 30th. Okay, we got our press contact in like mid-July, and they sent us a copy like August 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony graciously reviewed it. Did an excellent job.
Thank you.
By the way. And the embargo date was August 25th.
Mm-hmm.
We put it up there, and I get an email on August 26th. Because of distribution problems, the game has been delayed by 3 months.
Oh,
A distribution problem.
so did they
Did we
reinstate the
break embargo?
No,
They said
said
embargo.
it's-
You can post your.
I'm
stuff.
like, my name's all over that.
They're coming after you hardcore.
The game has been out for a year on PC.
Yeah.
But there's no new content being added, not a new build or anything.
Hopefully they're polishing, because my
I-
God.
Well, he said there's not a new build.
No new build. I don't know what the issue is. What 3 month
3
delay
months?
for a
Did
retail
you-
version?
What?
But
Like
yeah.
a week.
It's interesting.
Yeah. It's,
How many copies are you making? Jesus
So
Christ.
They
you
can't
can
meet
find
demand.
you can find
Demand.
none of those links for Moss's websites
That's Zelda Dungeon Gen Game. Okay.
at FwdCompatible.org. They're not there at all at the bottom of the page or anything like that,
Bottom right.
or on the
I don't know. I don't know which side they're at.
or on the front. Tony's like, we have a website.
You're gonna go there. Oh yeah, they are at the bottom right. They're bottom center.
They're in a frame that
Yeah.
holds on the left.
They're not listed on our friends and affiliates pages. No, not at all. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/FwdCompatible podcast. Forget that part.
It's going awful.
You're like, what's the third word? I can't find these guys.
Just type in FwdCompatible P.
I think we've come up after FwdCom.
Yeah.
We're on Twitter. Mark, what's our Twitter?
F compatible.
Very good.
No W.
But if you'd like, you can go FC compatible because maybe I'll make one and just be a joke.
And have it redirect to the other
Yeah,
one.
Doesn't
you know.
make sense. FC compatible.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
read
we
off
didn't
that
do
one
it.
day.
McFly.
And I couldn't get FW.
That's why I hate when people say the CAT test.
Yes.
The California Achievement Test. No, it's just CAT.
That's right, because at work it's an IR report, so it's an incident report.
It's retarded, right?
We're on YouTube, youtube.com/FwdCompatible. You guys don't have a YouTube.
No, we don't. If we did, it would be youtube.com/the Zelda Dungeon.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just if you made one.
Yeah.
And no one goes out there and takes
And
it
if we
right now.
hypothetically had like 70,000 subscribers.
We are on.
Just, maybe.
We're on iTunes and Stitcher.
No.
No.
I think we were on it. Whatever. Go. Go.
We're on PlayStation Network and Xbox Live at FwdCompatible. We're on Skype, FwdCompatible.
Excuse me.
Yep. Twitch and Ustream. And you guys would never use that.
No.
Ever.
Who uses that? Isn't that just for StarCraft?
Marathons and stuff?
Yeah.
StarCraft.
And our
Marathons.
buddy Metro Android handles the
Steam account.
The Steam account, which is steamcommunity.com/groups/FwdCompatible.
Great idea with that. Why don't we all get together and play a game on Steam?
Yeah, I got The Sims.
I've got 2 games on Steam.
Really?
You know what they are?
Darksiders 1 and Darksiders 2.
Nice.
I'm like a
That's-
genius.
Steam,
And again,
Steam is so good in terms of producing content, like in terms of grabbing screenshots or
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah, they do.
So you got
What was that?
On Steam, I bet you get Terraria.
Oh, I do have Terraria.
Wow! You
I
got
do
burned! 3 games.
3. What else
just
do you
got
guys
slapped.
Do you have any
I forgot
software?
about that. I didn't buy that. It was gifted to me. I played it for about 15 minutes and it sucked.
I
was
have
a
it on
fan
Xbox
myself.
and I played it for about 15 minutes.
I wasn't a fan
I
when it
didn't
first
like
came
it.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't waste money on it, so I played it for 0 minutes.
And
Good for you.
as we stated before, you can contact us at FwdCompatible Podcast at Gmail.
Got smoker's lung. The Black Plague.
All right, this has been episode 82, part 1. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch us next week, same time, same place.